Right, I think I've got this sorted. Let's just drive around the yard. Yeah, that looks fine. So there's no judder now. Everything seems to be working. Cam looks to be okay. What a pain that was, I tell you. Right. My clutch has gone squeaky again. Great. Right, where's the off button? Exterior view. Okay, let's see if we can find a job, shall we? This will be a good one now. Oh yeah, Las Vegas. Got anything that goes? What's the first one? Haven't got too much in terms of jobs. I like the trips into California, they can be fun. Thinking that one for 12 looks good. Not a crazy run. I don't know why the sound is going on and on and on, but it is. We're going to go and pick up our first load, see if this will play ball. Oh, there was a bit of a glitch with the old camera detection. This is looking buttery smooth at the moment, which is nice. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come in, grab the load, and then I'll just check the stream, make sure the stream's working, because when you're in VR you can't really tell whether that's working or not without taking your headset off. Not quite sure what's with those sound noises. There's got some sound effects going, but I don't know what they're supposed to be. Right, let's check my stream. I'll be back in 2 seconds. When I can untangle myself, that is. Ugh. Come on, PC, hurry up. My chat window's broken, so let me just reload that. Right, and the mirror wasn't working either. Gee whiz. Chat box. Let me fix that chat box. Mess. Getting that. Sorry about this. Okay. Let's see if we can do this trip then. This would be quite the test. Try and get the headset back on. Need to fathom out why there's a little glitch. I'm wondering if it's because of that and there's an alpha working. No, it was silky smooth before, and now all of a sudden the stream is... not the stream, but the headset's glitching. I'll tell you what, VR can be a royal pain getting working sometimes. Okay. Might be sitting a little bit too far back, but nah. We'll do this job and then we'll have a look at it. So we've got 12 hours and 5 to get there. A little bit of damage. $809 liters. Hours 36, 250 miles. Okay, we should be fine. Don't know why it's telling me to come off and we can go straight on. Silly map. I think I'll have to check the settings on the map as well by the looks of it. It's got quite the bit of lean on that. Hold on, I think I know what that might be because I copied my settings from ETS, which is going to be completely wrong for ATS. Yeah, my braking intensity is way too high. Trailer stability. I'll have to play around with that. Oops. Headset. Hey, filing account, how you doing? Yeah, trying my VR out again. I've spent the last 2 hours trying to configure the VR yet again. It really frustrates me trying to get VR working in any game. They need to have a separate profile page for VR and for normal gameplay, you know, single monitor, triple monitor. Because every time you swap back and forth, something goes wrong. Like now, this is the smoothest it's been, but there's still a little glitch when I'm moving my head. Don't know whether it shows for you guys. Hello there, how you doing? Yeah, it's great when it works. Like, this game is really enjoyable when the VR side of it is working and working smoothly, no glitches. But getting to that point, I can't believe the amount of trouble, especially with trying to get chat to work. Chat wasn't working, but I've managed to get it now where I can get the chat to go brighter when I look at it, or I can just glance up and it stays dim, so that's not interfering with the gameplay too much. But that little glitch I'll need to try and iron out, so I'm going to do this as a little test stream now, and I'll have another look at it in an hour or two. What I may do is leave ETS as triple monitor setup and ATS as VR, so I'm not swapping back and forth. Let's doing that again then. You can't see if I look if I look straight ahead as I'm speaking now, I'm seeing the cars, the steering wheel, and if I glance up I can see the chat box. So you telling me that what you see now is literally the chat box side of it and no steering wheel? It's done this to me before. Hey Cal, how you doing? Top third rear view mirror height. So you're seeing about there, that's crazy. See, this is what I don't understand with it. Because what I see is different to what you see. And yet, it's supposed to be recording a mirror view of what I'm looking at. So I need to pull over a second. Park and brake on. Oh wow, there's an airship coming right rather close. Kinda cool. Right, and let me take a look at this. Hello Pulse, how you doing? I shall be back in a moment while I just take the headset off. Weird. So it looks like okay. I think I know what that might be then. Let me get my mouse. This is going to go jittery now. Boop. Right, let me just check the other system and what that's doing. Right. How's that looking then? Because it looked like the Stream PC had adjusted the size of the display. So hopefully now you can see the steering wheel, the road, the view in front of me, and the top half should be the chat box. to not get drunk? Well, it's hard to drink and drive with the VR headset on. Okay, that's cool. I think I've solved that problem then. Let's get the parking brake off and make a move, shall we? That was weird. I don't know why the output display on the stream PC decided to change the resolution. Come on, guys. Let's have a gap, shall we? Well, that's another problem solved for now. We'll get there slowly. But I've got to admit, I'm impressed by the Vive lens mod I've did. Every time I put the Vive on now, because it looks that much clearer, it's way more enjoyable and more immersive than what it used to be. That's really nice. Time for a new TV then, that's what it is. Right, let's turn the volume down on my headset because that's way too loud. So how is everybody? You all having a good Sunday or Saturday, wherever you are? Oh man, I wanted to be streaming at like 9 o'clock this morning, but I spent just over 2 hours now trying to get this to behave. Unbelievable. Ah, sounds like quite the upgrade there. From what I understand, TCL do some good screens. The input lag is supposed to be good on theirs. Oh, that was close. Okay. Delivery in 12 hours and counting, he says. Nah, I'd be enjoying that. I picked up a Samsung KS8000 a couple of years ago, so that's tying me over till until they make something that's way better. I'd love an OLED, but because I want the screen to do everything, including TV, games, and God knows what, I'm not prepared to buy OLED until, you know, burn-in has been sorted. Oh, what are you stopping there for? So we're taking the next right. Should be nice. Plenty of room. We've got plenty of lead with this truck. Yeah, that's the problem. It's if you've got any static image and you're risking burning. I think there was a YouTube video somewhere where they had, oh, what was it? At least 4 panels on different levels of usage and different screens for over or up to at least a year, and each panel was showing some form of image retention, or burning I should say. I used to have a plasma years ago and that suffered from it, but you know, there were things you could do to mitigate it and get around it, so it wasn't so bad, but I don't think it's possible yet with OLED. Overtaking me in that lane. Yeah, the brightness with the LED, they tend to be a lot brighter. And you're right, there is I think there's a shift in the blue on the OLEDs. So after a period of time, and I can't remember how long it is, the blue level will drop, which decreases the overall brightness. Yeah, anyway, you got a TV now, so hopefully you'll get a nice one. Hopefully you won't have any terrible backlight bleed or anything crummy like that. Is this an edge lit or backlit? Oop. And we're turning by here as well, so hold on. Oh, speed by that, brakes. Oh yeah, we're not turning here, are we? What was it? 72 zone lit LED. That's not bad, that's pretty good. Come on. Let's back off this guy. That was me too busy reading chat. I didn't see it was blocked. I can't go anywhere yet. Come on. Guess we're not going that way then. Shit. Yeah, the only thing I would do if you do have a backlit TV zoned, just check the you don't get any halo or glow from bright scenes against a dark, it's hard to say, against a dark scene with a bright spot, because that can be distracting. It's hard to do that kind of test when you're in a shop, unless you're in a shop that gives you a demo room. But if you've done it on a shop floor, you may not notice it, so just double check it. That's one of the things I would do. And as long as that's okay, then chances are everything else with the set will be pretty much top notch as well. There'll be a few, I'm trying to think of other things. Yeah, Matrix certainly would be a good one to show up. Any problems? Failing that, just put a PC with a black background plugged in with a mouse cursor and move it around. think there's a video on YouTube that does it as well. There's a test pattern you can put on. Bugs me, you know, after all these years of making TVs, you'd think these manufacturers would be able to iron out these problems like the dirty screen effect, you know, backlight bleeding, this, that and the other, but yet technology in that respect doesn't seem to have gotten any better in terms of trying to iron out those problems. When you think how long the technology's been out there, yet they still produce TVs that have or show these effects. Does make you question what they're doing sometimes, but I don't know the ins and outs of the TV manufacturing process these days. Oh, they got to skimp somewhere, and they've got to make their quick buck somehow. How are we doing? Fuel is... oh, well, we should have plenty of fuel anyway. Yeah, well, this is it. I mean, I gotta admit, when I bought my TV, I didn't look how thin it was or how thick it was. It was literally picture quality. And at the time, for the money, the KS8000 was one of the ones to be buying, other than going to OLED. So I thought, well, I've got the money I want to buy now, so hey, I'll probably be waiting another couple of years before I jump ship and try another TV again. I mean, most people who buy a TV expect it to last at least 5 years, if not longer. You know, could be a good 10 years before you decide to change again. Depends on how quick the market moves with the tech, I guess. Turning here, I believe I am. That's when I was trying to read the information. Uh, 3%, 1%. I think we're good. I do feel like I'm sitting pretty low in the seat though. I might actually adjust it again. Trying to make it into a sports truck. Come on. Hey Solder, how you doing? And the sun shafts are on, because you can see that shining by the truck. That's a good point. Where are my lights? that depends on your main use. I mean, move it into another room if you want to keep it. I wouldn't throw it out at the end of the day. Keep it as a backup one. But yeah, if you're going to use it for gaming, then you do need a good panel with response time and input lag. You know, there's a lot of TVs out there now that will support 100 Hz, so, and that might actually get better. You know, FreeSync is available on a couple of sets out there now. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? The market will change yet again. Perhaps they'll be supporting even faster speeds. No idea, and I just missed my turning. Can we swing it here? We can try. It may be a little bit tight. Yeah, it's TV tech is always going to be a little bit behind in some respects, but I reckon the market will catch up. You'll probably see now in the next year or two that it'll shift towards that for the majority of TVs. Come on. So what made you choose a TV? Is it because you just need it to do both jobs, or? Yeah, you can't complain at that price. You know, there's some seriously good budget sets out there. You don't have to spend, you know, £1,500, £2,000 on a TV to get a good set. You can pick one up sub £500 and get a very good image. Ah, there we are. That's fair enough. Great, he's waiting for Christmas. Beep beep. Gotta move on. I might just take that sat-nav out of the window, because I don't see the point when I got one in the dash. It's going to be like a new toy at Christmas for that one. Well, I hope it all works out as planned. I hate buying TVs, even monitors, because there's always a chance that what you see on display is great, but when you get one home and it's a mess, you know, got a damaged panel, or you get pixels that are gone, or you got the backlight bleed, or something just isn't right, and you have to then, you know, go through the hassle of packing it all back up, getting a replacement done, blah blah. Every time I buy a monitor or TV, I dread it. It's never a pleasing experience as being able to walk in, pick the set you want, and know that it's going to come home looking perfect. Because you know there's always that chance you're going to get that dodgy one. I'm sure it'll be pretty good. You know, I shouldn't say that. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's be confident. I think TVs are better when it comes to the overall quality. I've had less problems with TVs than I have monitors. I've been through so many monitors. I think monitors are the worst for backlight bleed and things like that. And you know, considering the amount you pay for the screen size compared to a TV, you'd think they'd get it right, you know. It'll power on, yeah. It'll switch on. Just don't look at the screen and you'll be happy. It's perfect, I can't see a thing, I know. I mean, from my experience, I've had, out of all the TVs I've had, I've only ever had one TV returned, and that was a Sony, because for some reason it had a dark band appear down the side and it progressively got worse and worse and worse. But lucky enough, 5-year warranty, I think it was 2 or 3 years down the line it started happening or got noticeable. Just phoned them up and got it replaced. Since then, not a problem, but monitors, I've been through loads. We're going straight on by here, shift lane. But that's the good thing with Dell. Dell do have good support. And I went through a couple of their ultra-wide monitors. I think I went through nearly 3 of those. I went through a Samsung panel. The Samsung one was atrocious. I don't know what, just didn't play with my eyeballs, I think, because it gave me headaches within 10 minutes of viewing it. That's the first and only screen I've ever looked at where it actually gave me eye strain to a point of headache within a short space of time, and I sent that back straight away. Went through at least 3 or 4, I think it was 3 Dells, all of them suffering from pretty bad backlight bleed, but at least they were happy and swapping out until I just drew the line and said, nah, no more, just give me my money back. And I think there was at least another 2 panels from another manufacturer that I can't recall. And again, backlight bleed was the issue. These LGs, lucky enough, it was a risk. I bought one, and just from that one alone I was like, well, you know, image quality is good, backlight bleed is minimal. I mean, there is some if you whack it up, but it's not noticeable in daily use, which is what I want. So I took the risk and bought another 2, and lo and behold, they came through pretty much the same, so happy days. Well, I've got a Samsung TV upstairs, you know. I can watch that perfectly fine. Why this monitor caused headaches, I have no idea. You know, I was on the forums, didn't really see anybody else reporting an issue. But I certainly, whether it was just a bad panel, I don't know, but I was like, I can't be using this because my eyes, it was just so weird. Hard to explain. But I tried all sorts, changed the resolution, lowered the resolution, you know, anything to try and see if it was the monitor or whether it was me, but just didn't play ball. Getting to night time, I think. I don't even know if I've turned my lights on, I can't tell. Where's the light switch? I can use something clicking, but that's it. Oh. past high beams. There it is, over there. I can see now. Right, so the light switch is there on the left. The only drawback with VR is I can't have a cup of coffee. How annoying is that? I gotta take the headset off. I'm not gonna drink a cup of coffee through a straw, that's just not right. Yeah, that's the one. Didn't play eyeball. A steel straw. Did they actually make steel straws? I've not actually looked. I'd rather drink through a steel straw than anything else. I wouldn't have a plastic straw with coffee. Blah. And those blooming paper ones they do is just terrible. We'll just find those biscuit straws that last all of a few moments. Nah, it's just not the same. Can't say I've ever tried a steel straw, but you know. I think we're nearly there. He says, probably miles away. That was a bit of a corner cut. Destination Los Angeles. Kind of good having the skyline in when you're in VR. Yeah, whatever. Oh, that's a funky looking building. Granted, it's cleaner and sharper on a monitor, but it's a different experience within VR. Ah. Glad my brakes work. Because you, sir, were going to get rear-ended otherwise. Right, and just down here on the right hand side, hopefully parking will be nice and easy. I admit, parking at night time is a pain, but we've still got a bit of light. Ooh. Don't go too fast. Okay. Gotta somehow wedge it in that little gap, have we? That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I think we are when it comes to Blu-ray, which is a shame really. I wonder what the next format's gonna be. We're gonna be moving over to you know, little memory cards, or are we just going to move over to just doing online only, which It kind of sucks when you think about it. I'd rather still have a physical media of some form, or a way to download it where I can play it back when I see fit. I'm going to miss that, I know that much. Right, I don't know how I'm going to make this because this is completely not lined up. I cannot see that parking point at all. Even if I lean in, it's like, what? There's no way I'm going to make that turning, is it? We'll have a go, though. Someone turned the lights on. Lovely. Thanks very much. I think I've overcooked it a little bit. This is going to take a lot of tidying up. Don't like leaving the parking messy. And we're in. Thank God for that. Let's see what they've got available from this place then. Wow. 18-hour drive, anybody? Would we go for 14? Mind you, 35 grand would be nice. If we give that a run, that will be right through California. Yeah, important delivery. Not convinced. Let's see what else is available first. Eek. Got some big jobs, which I'll probably leave. Look at these, 91. 77 for an urgent. Right, hold on, let's mark where I am, because I'm not going to go travelling like that, not unless I hop around. Best there is going to be, what, 36? Cement. $20 for 15 hours. Time on the road certainly comes into play. That bulldozer might be a good little one. 20 tons just up the road. Yep, I think I might do that. Right, let's go and pick up, shall we? Probably going to need some fuel on the way. Cool. There's a Jeep towing a Jeep of some form. I don't think I've seen that before, not at night time anyway. I'd have to pick a day to make a nice coffee. Not something I tend to make at all, so I'd have to make sure I got everything for it. There we go, the blimp is in the sky. Need to find a way if there's a... I'll find a way, but oh my god, the brakes. If I can get those prompts coming off the screen, I don't need them popping up. It does sound good, I'll give it that much. Okay, where did that light come from? That was weird. Okay, how slow do you want to go? I don't know what it is, but I really do enjoy this California map. They do have some nice roads. Which is why I try and drive through this area as much as I can. Roads are good, scenery's done really nice around here. Although I don't know why the boat is parked there, or the ship, or whatever you want to call it. Cruise liner, who knows? I think I picked the job too far away, didn't I? How far are we travelling? 16 minutes away, that's not too far. Be a little naughty. We are in here, I believe. Not really. It's there, but I try not to take notice of it when I'm playing a game. You know, it's worse when you're looking at distance. You know, the further away an object is, the more that effect becomes noticeable. But to be honest, I try not to concentrate too much on things that are too far away. And things like, you know, the mountains in the distance aren't too bad because they're so big. Again, it's blending in. Nighttime can be more problematic because the dark and the light transitions can show that up. But again, as long as you're not trying to focus on the bad points, it is an enjoyable experience. The best thing I've done with my Vive headset is change the Vive lenses. Got rid of those Fresnel lenses, did the Vive mod, and I gotta admit, I'm enjoying my Vive way more. And for the sake of, what, 40 quid for me, it's the best mod that I've done in a long time for anything. You know, if anybody's out there with a Vive and they're thinking, oh, you know, I've read up about this Vive mod where you can use the Samsung Gear VR lenses from the 2017, I think it is, or 2000, I don't know, 17, 18 or 19, one of the ones, I can't remember the number now, and I'm not doing that properly, am I? Anyway, you buy them, take the old ones out, put these in. You know, it's not going to get rid of the screen door effect, but the lines and the glow that would be there with the Fresnel lenses, way better. Right, we are off again. And we need to keep an eye out for fuel. Nighttime used to be really bad with the other lenses. Like those lights there, they'd all be, you've got a glow there now, but that's part of the game. But with the Vive lenses, you'd get that, you would see the light kind of glow even more because the lines on how the lenses are designed would emphasize it even more. And it used to bug the hell out of me, to be honest. Like now, see, the screen door effect is more noticeable right where it transitions to the black in the distance. Close up, it's not a problem. Reading small text can be, that's quite small there, but if you zoom your head in, it's readable, to say the least. Now I know I've got my super sampling toned down a little bit because I've been having problems today, but I'll probably increase that again, and the screen door effect, although it'll be there, it'll be lessened to a degree. Yeah, you know what? That's one thing I wish they put in this game. You know, when you're in single screen, you can actually do a zoom button, and they need to do a zoom option for VR where you can zoom in on say, the mirror when you're parking. So you just turn your head and zoom, because there are some things that are better that if you want to glance down and look at that dash, the only way to do that is move your head in to look at it. If they did a zoom button option where it just focuses in on that section quickly for you wherever you're looking, it would just make the game a little bit more enjoyable from that respect. Don't know how it would work in terms of breaking immersion. Something I would like to try though, just to see what it's like. But I'm afraid it's not an option. off of parking. I mean, that left mirror I can see out of fine, but that right one is so far away, and when you're trying to park and line up, it can be really difficult. I mean, there's a couple of times I've tried leaning in. The problem is though, because my monitors are in so tight around me, I've only got a limited gap, so it's not long before my head tries to go through the monitor, which, yeah, that's not a good thing. Well, if you're going to put your head through the monitor, absolutely. Yeah, it's like now, see, if you were to look at those rear lights on the truck, now they're about detailed at that distance, but you can still see the dots. Well, that's because now I'm focusing on those rear lights. But if you're not focusing in on certain aspects, then it's not too bad. Who knows, maybe one day that'll come down and, you know, the panels will get refined and we won't have that problem, but then you just need a PC to be able to drive it. Guy. Still got to remember to keep an eye out for fuel, don't I? Well, this could be a relatively short trip. We've got 4 hours and 211 miles. We've got 405 litres, so we should be good. We don't have to worry about fuel. Pick some up when we get there. We'll probably drive past a fuel station when we get around the corner from dropping off. fall over, but he's right by there. Let's see if I can squeeze him. There you go. Squeeze him out. Terrible, aren't I? Absolutely. So much clearer, the image. You know, it's... I thought, yeah, will it really make a difference? Am I just wasting 40 quid? Best thing I've done to this headset. I've had a few people ask about the before and after, and every time they ask me, and I'll say the same thing over and over, if you've got a Vive, do it. For the money you spend on doing it, it's worth it. The best way I could describe it, it makes the image as clear as putting on a PlayStation VR. You know, granted the PlayStation VR's got a lower resolution, but you get a clear image with that headset. If you put on, you know, one of those really cheap VR headsets where you put the phone inside, again, it's a clear image, it's just a low resolution. Whereas with the Vive and the Oculus with the Fresnel lenses, yes, you get a high resolution images than those, but it's muddied by the type of lens. I, for one, absolutely glad. Anyway. Can anybody fast forward this nighttime without cheating? I hate nighttime in this game. I'm not entirely sure what the thought process was behind it. I mean, I thought exactly the same when I did the mod. I was like, well, you know, there was obviously a reason for using that type of lens. But for the life of me, I don't understand that reasoning. Because I've put these lenses in, and I was just like, well, what was the benefit of choosing? I mean, other than maybe it helps with the overall field of view, or, you know, but it's weird because the focal area is bigger than on the Fresnel lenses. You get a cleaner image because of the clear lens themselves. I really don't understand what the benefit is over or from one to the other, you know. I wonder if somebody can, or has done a little written part about the differences between a Fresnel lens and a normal clear lens. It's beyond me. And I must admit, it's not something I've really looked into, but perhaps I will. I'll have a read up. No, I used to get that feeling all the time when I was playing Dirt Rally with those lenses. Sooner or later, you go over a couple of bumps, bleh. I'd be like, oh, can't drive much longer, I'm going to throw. I must admit, I've had the same effect here, but it's no worse, and it's no better. You know, I'm sure the more I play, the easier it will get over time. Certainly don't notice it in in tracking, and most standing or, you know, even Doom VR, I've had it there, but but that's because you're moving and swinging yourself around quickly, so it's quite easy to get that effect, you know. But I wouldn't say it's better or worse with one or the other, to be honest. Hour 17 remaining. For anybody else who's watching, if you want to say hi, you're more than welcome to. I can't see how many people are watching. It's kind of awkward when you're streaming and doing VR. You can't keep a track on anything. Sunday for me, so it's quiet. I don't expect many people to be popping in on this one, so it's just a chance for me to do a little bit of driving in VR. I was thinking as well, because I've got Dirt 2 and I've got Dirt 1, I always found swapping Dirt 1 between normal screens and VR to be a bit of a pain, but what I might do is configure Dirt 1 to be VR only, and maybe do a couple of streams with Dirt 1 VR, because obviously Dirt 2 VR is going to be coming out shortly, I would have thought, well, later on in the year at least, so if I can get that to work with the Vive, maybe do some kind of comparison, I don't know. At least if I've got Dirt 1 configured for VR and ready and waiting, it's happy days in that respect. He's turning, we're okay. Ooh. That's a little bit too wide. The scariest things you can do safely. I don't know, I've got to admit, it's probably not something I've really tried. Be one to add to the list to try out. Right. This isn't swinging in exactly as planned, so... Nope. Right, see if we can lock that. Oh, that'll do, it's in. I'm not going to argue. Right, what have they got here? Not a lot. Lovely. That's what you wanted. Let's try another job. We've got cars with a 20-hour drive. Oh yeah, give me less money and make it even further. Great. 10 tons of PCs. That's an urgent as well. Yeah. "13 hours. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like the way I've done that now. So if I focus in on the chat, it comes on top. But if I take away the focus from the chat and onto the game, it puts it behind. So cool. I'm glad I did that configuration. 7 tons of cars, but that's 13 grand. What's 17 grand? "11 hours for 20. I think we might just do the cars. Yeah, see if we can get a bit of cash because we need the money, to be honest. Although maybe I should have slept. What made you look up that one? And why just Thailand? I wonder. Right, where are we heading and how far? 38 minutes. 24 miles. Just to pick up the job. There's a repair centre down the road. There's a Coca-Cola truck. But we're not going to go that way. What do we have here? Okay, so recruitment agency. If I find a sleep area on the way, I will. Might have to forget the job though, because I may end up being late to pick it up. Yeah, Reddit's got a lot to answer for. Hey M17, how you doing? Yeah, I think it was pretty much a big warning sign there when it said Thailand, but hey. Someone just couldn't resist, hey? Seeing them all. Trouble. Let's find out. Just made it. Yeah, I don't blame you. That's not the type of thing you want to be waking up to, that's for sure. Yeah, decided to crack out the Vive again, and I needed to crack on with the streaming with the Vive. Otherwise it's just going to sit there gathering dust. Sound mod off because it's really slow at doing all the little clicks and clunks. Oh, I did take that sound mod off. Clearly not. Right, there's the pickup point. It was handy to have a fuel stop just beforehand. Whoa. Job. Have we got to go in there, have we? Where are we? It doesn't actually put it on the map, which is rather clever. Let's have a look down here first, just in case it's tucked up here, which I don't think it is. It's probably down the back. Oh no, it's on the map there. I can see it green now. Right then. There's ours. Put the old trailer on and make a move. So what do we got? Let's have a look. Before we go, 1,030 miles. We've got supposedly 1,310. Could be good. We may as well start off at night. Hopefully then when we drop off in 20 hours time it should have a bit of daylight. So what, 4 o'clock in the morning on a Monday by the looks of it. So probably another couple of hours we'll get some daylight shed on this. So I won't bother sleeping, we'll drive straight through. Might work out in our favour then. You were coming around that corner rather fast, weren't you? Even when you take your time coming up to those lights, they don't change in time. That's a big sucker. And even more traffic. I'm turning anyway, so I might as well go back in that lane. That'll teach me for not planning ahead. Nosy. Whoops. There's a nice big crane. Oh, and it's rotating round. I don't think I've ever seen a crane in this game before. Is that all it does? Ah, that's a bit of a shame. They've just got it pivoting back and forth. I think the animation on that is a little bit too short, or they should have delayed it at certain points. That's pretty bad, actually. it breaks the realism. Oh, gee. There's always one. Oh, yeah. They have done the night better, I believe, on ATS. I know they've... I think they've kind of matched it now with ETS being updated. I must admit, it's not something I've really double-checked. I know that ETS used to be a lot brighter at nights. Their daytime is coming in. Let there be light. Right, so let's get on the highways, get some time, and get some miles under us, or behind us, whichever way you want to do it. Deep. Fuel should be okay, so that's not going to be a problem. Getting some of the sun shafts coming over the horizon. Cruise at 66 if we can. Try and make some time up. I'm still undecided on using sun shafts on VR. Because, yeah, I think they're overly done. It's too much. And there's no way of adjusting the amount. Go straight around him then. So, I'm currently on 18 hours 25 minutes, so we'll see how quick that burns through. Yeah, I think with VR now, I'll leave ATS and VR, and I might do multiplayer VR if it lets me. Never actually tried it. M17, or MC, I should say. R-Factor 2, I've not got R-Factor 2. I think that's been recently updated, hasn't it? It's something I've not really looked at or thought about getting into. I think I've got enough driving games, to be honest, because I barely get to do all of them as it is. Down to 17, that didn't take long. That's a hell of a view out the window when you look that way and the sun's in your eyes, you know, that's rather convincing to say the least. Best. Right, can we crank this up anymore? It's still a 55 limit. Nope, 65 is the max. That's going to give you, make you throw up. Because that in VR does not work well at all. Oh my god. And we're off. Vehicle gross weight 26 tons. And you have to stop. Is he gonna go? Are we going to be here for some time by the looks of it? Come on! You're not going to move you? Alright, we're going to go around the side. One way of doing it. stretch. Look at these headlights. Which one was it again? This one, I think? No. I don't know, can't tell. Yes, it was. Put on side lights. Not a problem, Final Cat. Take care. This copper's going to stick with me all the way. Not just bill me. We're on a 15. We'll do this trip, and this will be my last trip in this game. I may come back and do more VR in ATS. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I've got to stop, cook me some food or something because I'm getting a little bit peckish. So this will take another, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. Yeah, we're not going to make that one, are we? Slow down. What are we on? 15.6. Squeezing it through. I'm gonna be naughty. Should have gone behind, really. There's no way I was going to overtake him. We've got 159,000. That's gonna say low today. Just managed to squeeze out in time. That's a shed load of traffic. Slow down. To 14, going down relatively quick. Going to be close. But there's nothing coming. My bad, because I'm too busy looking elsewhere. Right, and hold on, where are we? Damage is where? No, I don't want my differentials locked. 13 and 2 on the rear. If we see a repair centre, we'll have to stop. cars flying by. We'll get the speed back up, shall we? Turn the wheel more, but I was worried I was going to roll it. Balloons. No. Why do they do that? They're just meant to be birds. And in comes the plane. The plane. So don't forget, if you're watching, you're more than welcome to say hello. You don't need a running commentary from me, you can see what's going on, but if you want to chat, you're more than welcome to say hi. Hey Mud Puppy, how you doing? Do you play your ATS, ETS games? Yeah, we got a bypass. That's what we like. Oop. I always do that. Whenever I try and look sharply, I end up veering off the road. Still haven't got the knack of that. It is a very relaxing game. It's one of those where you can just put it on, go for a drive, and don't be put off by the game either if you do fancy having a go or playing or picking it up. Because, like most people, when you haven't played the game, you do question why people play it. But it does have a massive following, and it is just one of those games that's easy to get into, and it's an enjoyable game. I know I've got over what? I've probably got over 1,000 hours invested into this game, it's actually recorded 800 odd, but I know I've had a different profile where I was playing before. It's worth giving it a go. If you do want to give it a go, I'd recommend picking it up in a sale, because it does get relatively cheap in the sale. And yeah, if you like the sound of it or what you see, then give it a go. Definitely, I'd recommend it to anybody. There's plenty of mods for it. It's been out for a long time in terms of ETS and ATS now. And the copper is sitting on my ass, and he's giving me lots of fines. Guess I'm going to stick behind this guy. And the good thing is, it's single screen compatible, obviously. It's got true triple screen support. It supports VR. Yeah, one of the few games that tries to cover all bases. Hummer. What are we down to on timescale now? 9 hours 59. We can get around this bus, shall we? Or coach, whatever you want to call it. Still need to tweak my VR. For me, it's not, head movement isn't coming across properly. I don't know whether that's tracking or whether it's just a setting in VR, because it's kind of glitching for me. Hopefully it's smooth for you guys though. I'll get it sorted though. I've probably missed the setting somewhere. Straight on. Squeeze in between these two. Yeah, I was thinking about swerving off there and going down and around, but I think we'll behave. Okay, we didn't behave that much. I think we overtook the same copper that overtook me before. Time 8 hours 58. Wow, it seems to be going much slower all of a sudden. Don't know why. What speeds are we doing? We're over 60. We need to kind of merge. Come on. brakes left than right. That doesn't want to go around there too well. Try and squeeze it down there, make some time up, just about. Still 8 hours 30, going slow. Right, put cruise back on. He's motoring. I wish I could go that fast. Yeah, I'm going to need a service area, aren't I? Stop peeking from underneath my headset. It's not helping. So we've got to keep an eye out for a little red spanner. We can always pull in, but no, my luck, we probably won't have one until we get to our destination. And we are 7 hours 48 away, 15:29. straight on. Still no repair centre at this time. Let's see if we can zoom the map a little bit. If there is a repair centre, you'd have to drive off to get that one. And that's taking us in the wrong direction. Time is 6 hours. It's no good, we're not going to be able to go any faster, we're just going to have to stick behind this lot. It's really frustrating. Chat is very quiet. I think everybody must be asleep. I don't blame them. It is a Sunday after all. Catching or not? So I don't want to give them a gap otherwise. No, they're pulling away again. It's coming up. Oh, whenever I pull in behind them, they always slow down. The clocks are going forward, have they? Oh, that's a good reminder. When do ours change? It usually changes in the next couple of weeks. So I think it's usually like a week or two difference. So ours will be changing at some point. Yeah, another feeling on that one. Well, I used to work Sundays, so Sundays have now stopped for me. It's now changed to a Saturday work day. Ugh, great. Not much better, to be honest. Wait, hold up. Why is that now changed red on the other side? May have to have a sneak peek at the old map. World map. Aha! Missed the turning today. Yeah, I was too busy looking at something else. Okay, so I need to come back down, around and down here. That's taking me way out of my work. If I carry on going that way, I am... Well, I could go that way and get there anyway, so I don't have to. I can just carry on going straight. And then come down. Carry on going straight. So, map should reconfigure for going head on. We'll go up, down, around. I'm kind of worried that if I go on and then turn around and head back, that's only just going to lengthen the trip time over what this is. So, seeing as I've got limited fuel, so let's look for a place to repair and look for a fuel stop on the way now, just to make doubly sure we get there. Otherwise, we're going to have to get a tow, and that's going to eat into our delivery time. Down to 4 hours, so it's not too bad at the moment. really do hate parking these things in the night. It's bad enough to see in the day. Gonna need to shed some light. Gotta go into the weighbridge. Howdy doody. A metallic hand. That's a weird one. Why does he look like he's got chromed hands? He's like the T1000. Let's get out of here. If I see police motorcycle coming up behind me, oh, there's going to be trouble. Right, where are we now? 3 hours 30. Been past that before. What is that? Like some kind of stunt ramp. And that car is floating. Yeah, coming down to the 3 hour mark now, won't be much longer. Need to adjust this headset again. It's hard to do when you're trying to drive. It's going to get pitch black yet again. What's the time? 21:37. 2 hours 44. much longer this engine's going to hold out for. Well, it doesn't help that I battered it to death. Fuel station there. Kind of tempting, but fuel tank is getting rather low. I don't know, maybe I should have stopped, because that tank is getting really low. Slow down, Jesus. Not good. Didn't need that slowdown, I needed to keep myself going. Don't I know? Gonna be close. 1 hour 52. How many miles? 105. 106. Oh boy. Amazon Prime. Yep, don't I know? Have a look at the map. Are we actually turning off here or going straight on? We're going straight on, we're going to go here, please. I don't know why it keeps doing that. And for the fuel tank, we have 62 miles to go. It's a hell of a view at night. Very convincing. Whoa. going straight on still. We must be running on fumes. I just don't want to look. 42. So 35 miles. I just gotta hope I've got enough fuel. I'm not gonna check. The less I know, the better, maybe. Destination. You can see it on the map now. Turning off up ahead. Fuel stop ahead. I think we'll grab that because we are running way out of fuel. And we're on a downward slope, so we'll roll it. What else have we got? Not a lot around here, actually. How the hell did I get my diff lock on? It's gotta be if is that one, I think. Clearly pressed the wrong button when I was at the fuel station then. Did press that button, but it didn't unlock. Ugh. This is not going to be a fun one. Because I can't see where the devil I'm going. I do not know where this turning is at all. Okay, that'll be a wall. So I need to turn there, I think. That's going to be a big no. Oh, I think I'll nail that corner. Don't know how, but I did. Oh, I'll take that. We're in. Luminek. I hate that one for parking, and nighttime makes it nearly impossible. Yeah, it's going to take 9 grand off us for the damage. Oops. Okay, we can get another one. Let's do value cargo. Right, there we are. We're up a bit further. Done a couple of jobs for today. Maybe back later doing some more VR. I'm not quite sure what. Maybe trucking, maybe rally. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to leave that there. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. It really does help. And yeah, so we're going to stop now and get some grub, get some food. So take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.